You ever find yourself halfway through a project, caffeinated, committed, and mildly proud, when suddenly your brain whispers, "You're going to mess this up, just like last time"? Now you're not just battling deadlines, you're battling your own mind. Suddenly your past failures are playing on loop. You remember that one negative comment from 2019, and somehow you're convinced your ex is secretly rooting for your downfall. Welcome to the club. We meet every day at 3 a.m., wide awake, overthinking everything. But the truth is, those negative voices inside your head don't represent the real you. They're just echoes. Echoes of bad moments, shitty feedback, and fears dressed up in rational-sounding arguments. And unless you learn to handle them, they'll slow you down more every day, bit by bit. Following your dreams is exciting, until it feels like free-falling with a backpack full of uncertainty. Let's get one thing straight. Chasing your passion isn't supposed to feel like a movie montage. It's messy. There are doubts, there are spreadsheets, sometimes there's crying. And yes, at some point, you'll wonder if your life's mission is secretly a prank. The universe is playing on you. That's why it helps to pause and ask yourself, am I equipped for this journey? I'm not saying you need a Harvard MBA and a TED Talk under your belt, but you do need some tools, skills, habits, and maybe a mindset that doesn't panic every time someone gives you constructive feedback. Sometimes your dream is valid, but your execution plan is, let's say, still in beta. So prep yourself, upgrade your habits, learn what needs to be learned, and while you're at it, get real with yourself. You think you know yourself. Of course you do. You've been there for all your birthdays. But here's the catch. We're all a little biased when it comes to self-assessment. Ever heard of the self-serving bias? It's the mental habit of blaming the world for our failures and giving ourselves all the credit for our wins. If you've ever said, "They just didn't get my vision" after a rejection, congrats, you're fluent. To really grow, you've got to ask, what are my blind spots? And no, you can't Google them. You've got to ask the people who put up with you every day, your partner, your friends, your coworkers. Scary, I know. But their answers might just give you the clarity your ego has been blocking. Let's talk about a fun psychological trap. The less you know, the more confident you are. We've all met the guy who watched 3 YouTube videos and now thinks he's an expert in geopolitics, crypto, and quantum physics. All in one breath. Don't be that guy. Loving your passion doesn't automatically mean you're good at it. Harsh? Maybe. But here's the good news. You can get better. With effort, humility, and some good old-fashioned patience, you can turn potential into pro. So if you're just starting out, don't rush to prove you're great. Focus on getting great. Growth takes time and about 10,000 cups of coffee. At some point, the more you learn, the more you doubt. You start asking dangerous questions like, do I even belong here? And should I just sell everything and open a tea stall in the mountains? This is your brain playing chess with itself. And spoiler alert, your brain doesn't always play fair. Your mind will give you a choice, then mock you for choosing it. It'll tell you to chase your dream, then replay all the reasons you'll fail. Thanks, brain. Real helpful. When the negative thoughts come, and oh, they will, try this. Shift focus. Don't think about the worst-case scenario. Think about the reward. What if it actually works? What if, instead of flopping, your work inspires someone? What if, even if it flops, you grow 10 times smarter for the next shot? When you focus on what you'll gain, your brain stops fixating on what could go wrong. And that tiny shift, from fear to curiosity, can be a game changer. Every person with a dream has had days where giving up seemed logical. But here's the deal. Your biggest enemy isn't the economy or the haters or that one guy who always low-key undermines you on LinkedIn. It's you. It's the inner voice telling you to play small to give up. You don't need to silence it completely. Just learn to talk back. Learn to say, thanks for the concern, but I've got this. Because once you stop treating those inner critics like authorities and start treating them like background noise, You'll be surprised how far you can go. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.